Greetings, this is Edward Ojambo. Ojambo.com has an article about Git source code management. The link is ojambo.com/git-source-code-management. As usual, the entire code is located, sample code is given, and the output is as screenshots. So you can easily follow along. Git is cross-platform compatible for Unix, Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. If you ever need help with computer programming help, private tutorials, you can contact ojamboservices.com. That's OJAMBOSERVICES.com in the Toronto, Ontario, Canada area. So let's begin. We're going to work in a virtual environment. This is VirtualBox. So to find the connection information, you can go connection information or become root and then type ifconfig to give you the IP address. If you're using a live server, you can just use the domain name. In this example, you can use cat host and it'll give you the domain name. In this example, I'm just going to use the IP address because it's local. So I'll switch back. Let me just rearrange this so we'll be able to see. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the remote repository, which is our Git server. So I'm going to use the command line. First, I need to install Git. If you're using a Debian type system, you just become root or sudo and you type apt-get install Git. Okay, once Git is installed, what we're going to do is I would only become root anymore. We'll just go create a folder. I'll call it new repo.git. Then I'll change directory or CD into that folder. Then I'll type git int bare, which means it will just create a bare repository with nothing inside it. So we're done with our remote repository. Now we can go back to our local, in this case just the regular desktop machine. What I'll do is I've already gone ahead and created a folder. It's called 0050 Git source code management. 50 is obviously the episode number. Okay, and what I'll do is I will change into that folder and I'll type git int. So then Git will initialize in that folder. So what I have to do now, in our local repository, I'll have to connect to the remote repository. So what I do is you just type git remote and then the add origin, then the credentials to that folder. In this case, that's why I needed to know the IP address. And then colon new repo.git, that's the location, that's it. So now I'll use my favorite editor, Geany. Here I'll just create a simple text file. I could have done all this on the command line, but usually you're going to be using your favorite IDE. So I'll just type something simple, jambo.com first file. I'll bring back the command line. You can see the files created and content. You can use cat readme.txt. You add it, then we're going to commit it. Commit with the message initial commit. Press enter. Now we push it. And then the first time it will ask for the password. You put it in, and that's it. So that's the end of the tutorial. I hope you find this information useful. The tutorial can be found at ojambo.com. Please visit and leave feedback.